We are Ona and Grace, and I'm Ona. Today we are going to talk about climate change. As we can see, the politics of climate change that President Trump and President Biden promote are exactly different. Policy differences have also made people pay more attention to climate issues. Democrats and Republicans have different views on climate change.
Democrats prioritize addressing it urgently, supporting government action, regulation, and international cooperation. And they emphasize reducing greenhouse gas emission, investing in clean energy, and protecting vulnerable communities. Republicans have varied perspectives, with some acknowledging climate change while others are skeptical. They may focus on economic growth, limited government intervention, and market-based solutions. Climate change has environmental and economic consequences. It causes rising temperatures, extreme weather, and sea level rise. Economically, it leads to losses from extreme weather events, disrupt industries like transport and tourism, increases healthcare costs, and affect ecosystem survival.
Therefore, we are going to discuss 3 points of climate change, such as environmental impact, human health, and economic impact. First, climate change is seriously messing with our ecosystems and all the creatures living in them. Rising temperatures, glacier melting, and extreme weather events can disrupt habitats, leading to species extinction, loss of biodiversity, and ecosystem imbalances. A serious problem caused by rising temperatures and melting glaciers is sea level rise. It leads to coastal flooding and erosion, posing risks to coastal communities. Additionally, saltwater intrusion threatens freshwater resources, and ecosystems like wetlands and coral reefs suffer damage. Psychoeconomic activities such as shipping, tourism, and agriculture are negatively affected. Coastal residents may face to either relocate or adapt, with long-term socio-economic implications. As a result, we need to take care of our environment, both for nature's sake and ours. Protecting the environment and preserving ecosystem is crucial for the well-being of both nature and humanity.
Second, climate change has various impacts on human health. High temperature can lead to heat stroke and heat exhaustion, exacerbate respiratory diseases. Climate change can also expand the range of certain infectious diseases, such as malaria and dengue fever transmitted by mosquitoes. Additionally, the instability of drinking water and food supply due to climate change can affect people's nutrition and health, and climate-related nature disasters and ecosystem disruptions can have negative effects on mental health. To address these issues, comprehensive measures are needed, including reduced greenhouse gas emission, improving air quality, strengthening disease monitoring and prevention, enhancing drinking water and food safety, and providing support for mental health and adaptability.
Third, climate change has economic ramifications. The cost of responding to and recovering from extreme weather events and natural disasters can be substantial. Industries reliant on natural resources, such as agriculture, fisheries, and tourism, may experience disruptions. But transitioning to a low-carbon economy and investing in sustainable technologies can drive innovation, create new jobs, stimulate economic growth. Taking action to mitigate and adapt to climate change is essential for all well-being of current and future generations. It involves reducing greenhouse gas emissions, transitioning to renewable energy, promoting sustainable practices, and fostering international cooperation to address this global challenge.
The Democratic Party generally emphasizes climate change as a priority and advocates for measures such as renewable energy development, emission reduction, and international cooperation. The Republican Party expects a more diverse range of perspectives, with some members acknowledging climate change while prioritizing economic growth and advocating for less regulation. Public concern about climate change has been increasing, particularly among young voters, and their support for candidates committed to addressing climate change can impact election results. Additionally, campaign funding and the influence of interest groups, as well as candidates' positions on international climate agreements, can shape the discussion on climate change during elections. State and local elections also play a significant role in shaping climate change policies, with certain regions implementing their own initiatives to combat climate change.
And there's a relevant factor which is linked to climate change issues. If a country wants to continue to develop, it will inevitably use more resources, and these resources may cause certain damage to the environment. Just like the Amazon jungle. Under such circumstances, how should we achieve a balance between development and climate responsibility? Developing countries often have high carbon emissions because they need energy to support economic development and population growth. This creates a contradiction between pursuing economic growth and addressing climate change.
In conclusion, it is difficult for one person to balance environmental protection and human interests at the same time. Therefore, a good leader and government decision-making can most affect people's awareness of environmental protection. However, environmental protection and climate change are inseparable. If a country only cares about its own development interests and ignores the damage to the environment, it will only aggravate the speed of climate change.